My people wonder they say shall never end. Allegedly, they said Oletik and the Gospel, they turned the palace upside down over having children for the royal family. According to the information, you all know that Oletik already have two kids for the king, a boy and a girl. And whenever the king will share his property, because we all know that these women, they came into that marriage not because of love, but because of what they will gain from the marriage. And that's why they abandoned their children from their previous marriages. Someone like Gospel self, they said she abandoned a baby of few months. I don't know how true that information is, but that is what we are hearing. Ehen. So if a woman should abandon a child like that and run into another marriage, and you tell me that it is because of love, it is never love. It is because of what she will gain from the marriage. Anyway, she's already gaining something, because with the fame and the money that she's making from the king, she can now save for those children. But you know that for her to get tangible property from the king, because we all know that the king have so many properties, so many businesses, so many companies here and there, and for Gospel to be a partaker of that property, she must have a child for the royal family. And in that regard, Oletik is already assured. She is now sure that she will have her own share of the national cake when the time comes. Okay. Now, why did they turn the palace upside down? Remember that Igbi made a confession implicating Gospel and Ebony. Yes, over what happened last year, December, in Ibadan. So when the person that Igbi confessed to told the king about it, they said Kabiyesi was not himself. In as much as he have removed immunity from Gospel and Ebony, you know, he has been angry with them, but they said the anger increased upon hearing all those things, such that he became so mad at Gospel and Ebony. As for Gospel, they said Kabiyesi warned Gospel that nothing should bring her close to his chamber again indefinitely. This is not okay. I'm giving you 3 months, I'm giving you 6 months. They said the king told her it is indefinite. No matter how bad the situation might be, don't come to my chamber. No matter the emergency of it, don't come to my chamber. No matter how critical the situation may be, don't come to my chamber. On no account should you come there. And you know what that means. You know what that means. Because they said that, you see this case of, okay, like they are 6 now. Some people believe that maybe they go to meet their husband. It is going to be turn by turn. This week is this person turn, or today is this person turn. They said it doesn't happen like that. It is whomever that the king chooses to stay with that he will call, and the person will go and spend the night or spend the day or spend the time with the king, depending. So it's not about my turn, your turn. And that is why you see them trying to please the king, because when the king is happy with you, maybe he might be pushed to call you to come to his room, his chamber. Oh, this polygamy thing is not for the weak. Oh, I'm telling you. Imagine you praying and trying everything within your power to make your husband happy so that he will call you. If not, maybe for months, 6 months, 4 months, you will not grace the king's bed. You get a CBO. So when the king made that decision against a Gospel, the said Gospel was shattered. And the part that hurts her the most is the part that she doesn't have a child for the royal family at the moment. Now, the king banning her from entering his chamber. How then is he going to have her own children in that palace? So they said when he reported the king to the elders regarding that the elders should talk to the king. They should speak to him, that there is no how he'll be treating her like that. And this is not the first time he is doing such a thing to her. And he knows that hurts her a whole lot. And he is doing it. Oh, But you don't know that those ones you did against the king hurt the king so much too. So when Gospel reported that to the elders, they said when Gospel was giving instances for those who have children, uh, she kept mentioning Oletik's name. Oletik, every little thing she would call Oletik's name and Oletik's children. They said there was a way she was talking about this Oletik and her children that got Oletik angry. And that was when they said Oletik warned her that she should never mention her name and her children again. That if she wants to complain, if she wants to lay any complaint, she should go straight to the point and stop calling her, talking about giving property and not giving property. Is it property that she came into this family for? And all of that. As if Oletik herself is not interested in the property. They said the way she warned Ebony never to mention her name or her children's name again over okay, because they said Gospel was telling the elders that even Oletik that already have children for the king, that the way she is visiting the king's chamber, it is looking like she wants to have more children for the king, even when they have not even had one. Hey, that was why they said Oletik came for Gospel, calling her witchy witchy, saying that she is too jealous. How is that her business if the gods decides to give her more children? After all, why is it not to come and bear children for the royal family that she came into that palace? They said it was a serious gbas between Ebony and the Gospel. You know, from what we are hearing, they said Oletik, not Ebony, sorry, Oletik is trying to make the king happy these days, you know, and because of that, the king is trying to kind of bring her closer, unlike before. Remember that when she came back from the palace, from after giving birth to her twins, they said the king wasn't calling her. At some point, she fought for it and she could not get anything from it. She became withdrawn. That period, you hardly see her go out with others. Even if she managed to go out, she will be looking at her, you'll be asking, is she okay, and all of that. So they said the king cautioned her. After Ebony's son celebrated his birthday, sorry, and Oletik refused to come or bring her children to grace the occasion. So the king was so mad at Oletik that they said the king blasted Oletik, telling her that if she is tired of the marriage, that she can go, that he cannot continue with her in that kind of attitude and all of that. They said ever since then that Oletik have been trying to change, you know, and with that the king is bringing her closer too. And that is why Gospel is jealous, saying that even Oletik that already have children for the king, for the royal family, that the way the king is bringing her closer, that it is them who doesn't have a child at the moment that the king is supposed to be bringing that kind of close. But the king went ahead to ban her from entering his chamber. They said Oletik blasted her, calling her witchy witchy mama. That she is too jealous, that it is jealousy that will buy her in that palace. That let this be the first and last she will hear her name from Gospel's mouth. They said the kind of woto that they gave themselves. And that was when they said the Gospel told Oletik that maybe she is using something to make the king. And maybe it was she who encouraged the king to ban her from entering the king's chamber. Anyway, that is what we're hearing. Know if the information is true. I don't know. Remember that these are all alleged unverified information making rounds on social media. And shouldn't be seen as fact unless you verify them. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Love you.